We've had a whole bunch of new releases sent our way from Partisan Press, ranging from how to design skirmish wargames to the 2017 annual. So without further ado, let's dive into the tomes and have a look at what we've got. The first book is Wally Simon's Skirmish Secrets of Wargames Design, volume number 6, billed as a tabletop toolkit of ideas, analysis and rules mechanics. Fundamentally, that's what you get. A series of well-crafted examples of rules that cater for a whole range of periods from medieval to the modern day. These rules and ideas can be used as is or exported as concepts into your favourite era or rule systems. Taken from the Potomac Wargames Review, these make good games for a club night or could be the basis of a whole new set of rules that could evolve into something more. The next book is the Universal Wargames Rules Supplement 2 Napoleonic and covers such interesting aspects of warfare as foraging, insurrection, marauders, bakeries, convoy and encampment wargaming. In essence, the book guides you through the nitty-gritty of campaign life, often providing suggested rules and miniatures to represent the explored topics on the tabletop. They are intended to slot in to the rule systems you are using and to add an additional level of realism that reflects the period. Although most wargames rules focus on the front line, these rules attempt to provide the interested gamer with rules to explore the opportunities for the type of encounters that would have taken place in the rear area of many armies. In many ways, the ideas and rules presented can enhance a Napoleonic era campaign and add the opportunity to undertake small-scale games or skirmish actions to harass the enemy along the all-important supply line. The Wargamers Annual 2017 continues to provide a whole wealth of wargaming goodness. With contributions and editorial oversight from Charles S. Grant, there is much to please the historical wargamer here. Wargaming the Great Northern War, a full set of Napoleonic light infantry rules, 17th century modelling projects, a sample scenario for the English Civil War, a guide to constructing a gatehouse, adopting aspects of board games for the tabletop, some thoughts on horse soldiers and dragoons, and much more. There is pretty much something for everyone, with plenty of the late great Bob Mariner's artwork and some suitable photography to add another level of enjoyment. Our last offering from Partisan Press is entirely the work of Charles S. Grant and represents volume 3 in the Refighting History series, following on from the last volume and covering the War of Austrian Succession. After the usual update on the continuing growth of some of the finest 18th century armies in miniature that ever graced a tabletop, we are presented with 4 well-researched battles that enable the gamer to reenact some of the key encounters, and a much smaller affair, from the bloody conflict found in the title. All make use of orders of battles, maps and copious amounts of photographs of wonderfully painted miniatures in action. Mr. Grant also offers his thoughts on the use of artillery during this period and how to make the best of what is on offer. As always, in trying to cover 4 useful offerings from the prestigious output of Partisan Press, available from Caliver Books in the UK and Europe and on Military Matters in the US, it proves impossible to do them full justice, but we can heartily recommend these works for those interested in the topics being addressed and would suggest that a browse of the other titles on offer would bear fruit for almost any historical wargamer.